Interest rates. Sounds boring, right? But they are actually one of the most important concepts in finance. Like something only economists in tweed jackets care about. But in reality, they affect everyone, not just the experts. Wrong. Interest rates are like the price tags on money. They influence how much you pay for loans and how much you earn on savings. They determine how much it costs to borrow money. Whether you're taking out a mortgage, a car loan, or even a business loan, interest rates play a crucial role. Think of it like renting a giant, inflatable, bouncy castle. The cost to rent it can vary greatly depending on the time and demand. High interest rates? That's like renting the bouncy castle on a Saturday afternoon during peak season. It's gonna cost you. Everyone wants it, so the price goes up. Low interest rates? That's like getting the bouncy castle on a Tuesday morning in February, practically free. There's less demand, so the cost is lower. These rates matter because they affect everything, from the cost of your mortgage to the interest on your savings account. Mortgages, car loans, business investments, everything becomes cheaper when interest rates are low. Sounds great, right? But there's more to it. Well, hold on to your hats because like a bouncy castle in a hurricane, things are about to get interesting. When interest rates change, they can have a big impact on the economy and your personal finances. Low interest rates are like a giant sale sign for the economy, enticing everyone to spend more. Everyone wants to borrow money when it's cheap, making it easier to finance big purchases and investments. Businesses take out loans to expand, investing in new projects, hiring more workers, and increasing production. People buy houses and cars, fulfilling dreams of homeownership and upgrading their lifestyles. All this spending sounds great, but there's a catch. The increased demand can lead to higher prices. When everyone's flush with cash and buying like crazy, prices start to rise across the board, from groceries to gas. It's simple supply and demand. When demand outstrips supply, prices naturally go up. Too much money chasing too few goods, prices go up leading to inflation. That, my friends, is inflation. Remember that bouncy castle analogy? Now imagine everyone trying to cram into it at once, causing chaos and discomfort. Things get uncomfortable and someone's probably going to get punched in the face. That's the economic equivalent of inflationary pressure. Let's say the economy is in the dumps. People aren't spending, businesses are closing, and everyone's wearing sweatpants. Not the good kind either. In this scenario, cutting interest rates can seem like a good idea. It's like giving the economy a shot of adrenaline. Suddenly borrowing is cheap, businesses start investing again, people start buying, and the economy gets a much-needed boost. It's a sugar rush of economic activity. Everyone's happy, right? Section 4. The hangover, long-term pain for everyday people. Remember that sugar rush? Yeah, it doesn't last. And guess what comes after a sugar rush? That's right, a nasty crash. In economic terms, that crash is called inflation. Remember how all that cheap money made prices go up? That's the hangover. Your salary might not be going up, but the cost of everything else is. That means less money in your pocket for the important things like rent, groceries, and those little umbrellas for your fancy cocktails. Section 5. Unintended Consequences, Asset Bubbles. Here's another fun side effect of low interest rates for you: asset bubbles. Remember the housing bubble that led to the 2008 financial crisis? Yeah, low interest rates played a role in that. When borrowing is cheap, investors get a little, shall we say, overzealous. They pile into assets like real estate or tech stocks, driving up prices to unsustainable levels. This creates a bubble. And we all know what happens to bubbles, don't we? Section 6. The balancing act, finding the right rate. Setting interest rates is like trying to walk a tightrope while juggling chainsaws. It's a task that requires precision, focus, and a deep understanding of the economic landscape. It's a delicate balancing act. Central bankers must weigh numerous factors, from employment rates to inflation, to ensure the economy remains stable. Too high, and the economy stalls. Businesses may cut back on investments, and consumers might reduce spending, leading to a slowdown. Too low, and you get inflation and bubbles. Prices can spiral out of control, and asset bubbles can form, which might eventually burst, causing financial turmoil. So, what's the answer? Well, there isn't an easy one. It requires careful monitoring, thoughtful policy, and a deep understanding of both current and future economic conditions. And probably a whole lot of antacids for the people making the decisions. The pressure is immense, and the stakes are incredibly high. But one thing's for sure, understanding how interest rates work is crucial for navigating the ups and downs of the economic roller coaster. It's a ride that affects everyone, from policymakers to everyday consumers.